This is Saturday Salvation for January the 17th, 2026, here on Following Him, the Disciple Life. You don't deserve to be saved. You don't deserve to be saved. And we're pointing at this guy in the video too. This is for everyone that hears my voice. Unless a person happened to be the firstborn son of Mary of Nazareth, you do not deserve a home in heaven. The only human that ever deserved that came from heaven and wasn't originally a human, but existed from all eternity. With the rise of anti-social media, we have the opportunity, and yes, I'm being a bit sarcastic, but the opportunity to see all sorts of different attitudes and worldviews. And one thing I've noticed is that many are quite obliviously self-righteous. People that would claim to be followers of the Christ, people that may live holy lives in many ways, but their attitude about, somebody that wants to leave the so-called adult entertainment in this industry. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you are blessedly very innocent in your background there. But people that want to come out of that, and people that are now doing their best to follow Christ, and you'll have people that will place doubt on that, and they'll try to say, "Oh no, they're not serious about that." Now, occasionally you may have some. I do think there is one recently. I have heard some. I haven't had a chance to look into it too much. You obviously have to be careful when you look into these things. But one recently that does seem like she misunderstands that you have to actually change your life. So yes, you have to change your life, but you have people that they are trying to change your lives, and people are just disparaging that, and saying things like, "Well, once you're this thing, you're always this thing," or people that come and do their best to come out of alternative lifestyles, sexual lifestyles that are definitely against God's plan for marriage and for human sexuality, and they'll try to leave these things. You'll have people that will disparage that, or you'll have people that they'll talk about, like, the Jewish people now, how the majority of them, I would think, would be statistically safe to suggest, do not accept Jesus as the Messiah. And they'll talk about that. So, they don't accept Jesus, or this person did this thing. You'll see a lot of people that talk about the failings of others, the bad choices of others. But when it comes to our salvation, when it comes to whether or not we deserve to be saved, the words of Romans 3, towards the end of verse 22, in speaking about whether it's those that are Jews or Gentiles, it says, "For there is no difference." Why? "For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God." The wages of sin is death. If you've sinned, you've brought death unto yourself. You deserve to be separated from God for all eternity. You need Christ, just like that other person needs Christ. Now, maybe they have done a sin you've never committed. More power to you. Yes, I say that sarcastically, because you may have committed sins that they haven't committed, and it's possible that you're more self-righteous than they ever will be, at least at this moment. We need to remember that we do not deserve to be saved. We all need God's grace. If you are saved in Christ, you are blessed far more than you deserve. You don't deserve to be saved, but in Christ, we still can be. But let's be careful that as we do our best to live holier lives, that we do not take on a spirit of self-righteousness. Thank you for being with me today. Lord willing, I'll talk at you in the morning with the morning message. And shalom.